Hey guys, it's Alex V coming at you with random words of the day. Today is April 4th, Wednesday, April 4th. Hope you guys are having a great middle of the week. It's hump day, Wednesday. We're going to get through Wednesday today and charge on through the next couple of days into the weekend. So today's random word of the day is scandal fog. Scandal fog. Now, this is particularly fitting, you know, based on the last few years. If you guys follow politics, you know, I kind of marginally follow politics. To be honest with you, it's such a horrible milieu out there in the political world that every time I do follow it, I have a tendency to kind of drop off after a while and not follow it. But this random word of the day has a lot to do with what's going on in the world of politics, and also has a lot to do with office politics, in that it is very much a dynamic that occurs in the office as well as in the bigger political world. So scandal fog, what is it? Well, it used to be that whenever somebody did something that was really bad and it was a scandal, everybody would be like, oh my gosh, it's a scandal, it's so bad, they did this thing, and people would be outraged by it, and they would demand an explanation, and then they would demand some type of action be taken, right? Some type of justice, some type of reconciliatory steps should be taken, and that was the demand that was placed on the people that were to blame. But nowadays, what we find out is that when there is a scandal, there's like a 3 to 6 day cycle before there's another scandal. Like something just as bad or worse comes down the line. And so what happens is it short circuits people's sense of outrage. Okay, it short circuits their sense of outrage and their need for there to be some type of reconciliatory justice or action that takes place, because their brain is shifted away from the prior scandal and onto this new thing. But here's the problem. Nothing ever takes place to actually reconcile or bring closure to the original problem. And there's another problem that comes down 3 to 6 days later, and another problem the week later, and another problem the week later, and so it goes. Onward and onward and onward. And so there's this miasm, this fog, which is why it's a fog. The word is called scandal fog, that just builds over time. I liken it to, you know, in Star Wars, when Yoda says the dark side clouds everything, right? There's just so much going on. It's all bad. It continues to cloud and obfuscate the minds of those who are hit with it, who are absorbing it, who should be legitimately and surgically outraged by this one thing, demand closure for this one thing, demand justice for this one issue, but nothing like that ever happens, because mentally and socially and focus-wise, it just keeps getting pushed outward into the fog, and eventually people kind of live in this static, this hum, or this fog, this scandal fog that's just, you know, perpetuating out there, right? And that's the dangerous part of it, is when you're living inside the scandal fog, then you get used to it. You get used to it, it's just kind of background noise, and you're just like, it's just this continued scandal fog, and then your brain kind of shuts down one level, and it kind of just accepts it, and it's like, this is really bad, but what can we do about it? It is what it is, right? So this type of thing can happen in the office environment as well. You know, scandal fog in the office is nothing new. When you have somebody that's repeatedly engaging in a pattern behavior that's really bad, or something's going on, or, oh my gosh, you know, this person did this thing again. And it's a very dangerous thing in the office, especially if you have people in authority or leaders or bosses that are allowing scandal fog to exist, because that can be very deleterious. It can be very toxic to an office environment. So something definitely to watch out for in the office environment. So that's today's random word of the day. That's some context around it. That's the usage. Scandal fog. Watch out for scandal fog. Don't get caught up in it. Don't put up with it. Try to, you know, and I'm preaching to myself here because, you know, obviously I get caught up in it as well, but that's the type of thing we got to watch out for. So, hope you guys like what we're doing here. If you like it, go ahead and hit subscribe, and we'll keep these coming at you throughout the week. We'll have some more digital marketing moments coming up. Thank you guys for subscribing and watching, and we will see you soon. Bye-bye.